Alright, so I'm back again, and yes, title is not a joke. It's 100% fact. Like, despite being canceled for low viewership, Star Wars, the Star Wars series that act like was the second most viewed Disney Plus show last year. I said 2024. So this whole thing about the show having low viewership, it didn't. Like they trying to spin it to where it have low viewerships and everything, but you take this, you look at this, you take the numbers, which is this, and then you multiply by uh numbers minutes. So 5 hours, 5 hours is 300. So 330, roughly 300, 320. Is that right? Yeah, I did. Roughly, so 329 minutes. Seven, I don't have the exact number, but 700 billion, or 2 billion divided by 329. Oh, okay. Wait, I messed up here. Yeah. I'm sorry. That's nearly 10. I thought it was gonna be alright. Like when I first seen the show, I'm like, yeah, this is gonna get roughly around between 8 to 10 billion, like 8 to 10 views, and it did. Like I don't have the exact estimate, but they're saying it had low viewership. Mind you, the Penguin had far less views than this. The Penguin, the show The Penguin, everybody was hyping up, had around 5 million views. But this had more, and people hated on it. I don't understand. Like I was just looking up stuff, and I saw this popped up, and I'm like, wait, what? So it had the most. It was the most second most used show behind Percy Jackson. Like like they're saying we have proof that it should have been canceled. From what we hear from all of this, there's a good chance that Disney is gonna like, okay, we're gonna renew it. 2.7 billion views. That's that's an average. Now, mind you, this is not the total. This is an average between every single episode. This is an average of 8.2 million viewers. An average. Second highest show. It beat shows that people like, oh yeah, this is top Star Wars. This is what they saying about science. This is peak Star Wars and everything. The Skeleton Crew came in like around the bottom 10, Bad Batch came in around the bottom 10. All of this stuff that people saying is peak Star Wars or the best Star Wars, the fans were like, yeah, I'm not interested in watching it. But now we're getting news report now that's saying this that actually people like to watch the Acolyte. Even Andor that people were saying was the best. I think it came in number 10. It had around what 5. I can't find. I had seen it on my other one, but I can't find the actual list. Let me see. See if I can pull it up. See if I can pull it up again. Okay, let's see what I found. I know it's not the one, but I'm still checking. Still checking to see if they have a list. This is sort of a list, but not the kind I'm looking for. I was just looking for a direct list. But it's going in reverse order, as you can see. Like Agda all alone, I thought it was going to be so much higher on the list than it was. Yeah, Andor was way below. Percy Jackson was number one. The Mandalorian was at the bottom of the list too. X-Men was at the bottom. Even Echo was higher than I thought. Bad Batch was lower than that. Like trying to find a list. Okay, here we go. So this is a list of the show that came Disney on Disney Plus. Look at the list, right? Woke, 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 woke. Maybe some people call it woke. Not really many people like Ahsoka, woke, and. But look at the list. Here is the list. Percy Jackson came in number one. Acolyte, Akada, Echo. Echoes the fact that Echo's number 4. I didn't think it was gonna do this well. Okay, you have a more close number, but again, it's roughly 800 million, 8 million people. I didn't think Echo was gonna do that well. I guess I have to finish watching Echo because I thought it was okay. It started out okay, but when it got the power stuff, I'm like, uh. But now I have to finish watching it. I started out like I watched X-Men. I finished watching this. I started Bad Batch season 3 was the last season. I started lost interest in real quick. Started try to watch Skeleton Crew. Lost interest in really quick. What finish Ahsoka? Finish Mandalorian season 1, 2, and 3. Uh, 3 was interesting. It was better than 2. Uh, I don't know. I like Mandalorian season 3. It brought so much more to the story. Now, did it have? See, the problem was Mandalorian was supposed to be the rough bounty hunter and everything, and add. He doesn't really add too much to the story after you really get to know him. You sit down and you think like, what does he really add? He's a gun for hire and stuff, but as far as the character and everything, not really much there. Like I you can see there's some character development, but it just yeah, not really going too much. Everybody else around him having more character development. So that's why I feel like the Mandalorian show is more like the Great Gatsby, not too much character there. Ahsoka is somewhat too, but Ahsoka still have she 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 was more active in her show. Like it started out like you started out her having uh, first her dual lightsabers, which was actually badass when you first see her. I just realized. No, wait. I have to look at Ahsoka again for the first when they first show her because if I remember right, the way Ahsoka was standing is the same way the Acolyte was standing. But I think it was mirror. I gotta look at that again. But okay, I couldn't. I watched season 1 and 2 of Bad Batch. Couldn't really do season 3. Try Skeleton and Crew. Couldn't really get past like the first episode. Ahsoka I finished. Mandalorian, these two I finished. Finished this. Want to finish this before, but I got in the I believe the when she started getting powers and stuff and all of that, and I'm like, more another superhero. But okay, maybe I should give it another try. Agatha, I finished that. After I finished that, didn't even think about watching Percy Jackson. I pulled it up, and but I'm like, yeah, I don't really. I never liked the movies and stuff, but it looked like it did well. But Acolyte being Agatha, I I wouldn't have fully guessed that. I thought Agatha would be slightly ahead, but and Echo being X-Men 97, I didn't think it. I these down here, Ahsoka maybe I would thought it would be up here, but these both of these shows I thought would be more at the bottom, and then these two, watching season 3 with season 1 now, okay, season 3, yeah, it's far out, but because they were talking about making a movie and stuff, that's when people started getting back into it. But so like people hated the show so much, but now that you see the numbers, you see how people say it canceled, there's a good chance Disney Plus is gonna bring it back. Let's see. There's nothing new on here. But what the data showing is the show had a good was good. It had a good, you know, a good little viewership number. Like you can see when all the shows came out. Like look how far down Skeleton Crew came out in the end of the year, but from what I can tell, they added up everything up until the last episode. So this is why a lot of stuff, a lot of this data coming out now is because they gave the shows that came out at the end in December 2024 more time to add them. So the reason Ahsoka is at the bottom because it came out 2023, but it's still being viewed in 2024. Mandalorian came out in 2019, right before COVID, but it kept like new people watched all the other stuff and went back to watch that. So it grew. Bad Batch been out, but season 3 came out last year. So people went to watch, probably went to watch the hopeful season or for all the season, and it didn't drop. But after that came out in the middle of the year and still came in second place. So again, this is a rough estimate, but an average of 8.2 million views. That's not bad. Now, mind you, people are like, well, what about these other shows who had 20 and stuff? You have to remember that was during a pandemic, so they are going to be higher when more people are staying at home. So that's understandable. But when we look at shows before the pandemic, and even shows uh last year, and even started in 2023 when people start going back to work and stuff, you see around 10 million or less, 5 to 10 million views and stuff. So the Acolyte, the Acolyte, I mean, second shows the movie, the show was doing well. So like with all of this, with all of this happening, and with everything that's been going on, there's a good chance that when Disney say, "Okay, we're gonna renew it," and the hater bursts out crying and everything, it's gonna be another She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. But another W for the WV corner of the year. No way, Bluey. People are saying, would there happen to be a ship? Again, you see the list. Like, you see the list. It's hard to deny the list. First, it actually came out a year before, but it came out in December. See, that's what I'm saying. If it come out in December and rolled over, they'll say, okay, it was here doing. They can play the show for both years. So don't know why they do that, but if it came out here, I'll put it here. But if we looking at this from just year by year, Afterlife was a number one watch show on Disney Plus. 2024 show on Disney Plus. Since Percy Jackson came out a year before, these two shows came out as well. Last season, Batch came out. Skeleton Crew. Ahsoka Tano did not. Mandalorian, I don't think did. Did it come out 2024? I thought it was 2023. Okay, it was 2020. So just to know, wow, it won. Well, this is for all the season or for that season, all of that season, which is what I wanted to say. And it only won one award. But yeah, it was yeah. So in short, the haters again, the whole go woke go broke stuff. The haters keep getting proven wrong, and then they hate some more. Oh, Star Wars like season two potential address by Disney. At the time, from what I've read, yes, it costs a lot. But then when you look at the other shows and stuff, yeah, they cost about the same. Like anywhere from 150 million to like 300 million, and yeah, it fell in line. Oh, sorry, not 50 million, five. So 150 million to up to 300 million per show. But I guess the only one on the list I started watching, or there's two on the list. Well, three. I didn't start watching Percy Jackson, but every other show I don't finish watching, and the only ones I started watching and didn't finish was Echo, Bad Batch, Skeleton Crew. Yeah, everything else I watched. Like I seen every last uh Star Wars movie and majority of the shows episodes because they do episodic for everything. I seen every last one, even the shows, and the only two I literally just stopped watching in the middle was the two lists up here was Bad Batch and Skeleton Crew. Oh, Andor. I forgot. I forgot complete. I just completely stopped Andor. I'm like after like okay this okay. I'm like episode one. Okay, I this is terrible. Episode two. Why is this getting worse? Episode three, and I'm out. I had. I still have no interest. Even though I see this, I still have no interest in going back to Andor. It was so bad, and people were loving it. I'm like, it's just not that interesting. Like from episode one, when I was watching Andor, I'm like, why are you trying to run? Why are you running away? This is self defense. He's like, well, there's the Empire and then blah blah blah, and they don't care if it's self defense. You kill two of their soldiers, they'll still kill you. And I'm like, okay, that's understandable. Stuff like that happen in real life, but come on, at least try to put up a good decent argument. He just ran, and I'm like, yeah, no, that was trash. Then the whole high on a plane and talk about a mining facility and everything. I'm like, oh, this is so bad. And he still got arrested. I found out he still got arrested. Like, oh, this is so bad. But that got renewed. It didn't even make it on top 10, but that got renewed. And I'm like, it's just so bad. It's just so bad. But I was right about Acolyte. It was a 9 out of 10. I can't believe it. I mean, I thought Agno was also an Iron 10. Echo, like, it's just when it got to just be another superpower show, I'm like, okay, you know, I thought it was gonna be one of the ones about another just human. It, she have here. I mean, she's disabled. I mean, she's disabled legally. She could. I don't even think she is an immigrant. I think she was native born. She just um have hearing problems. And I watch it. I'm like, yeah, I just once I start getting to the superpower stuff, I'm like, right. I was hoping it would just be a show about a person, and I just, I ended up just checking out after that. But now I have to go back and finish watching, which that's a good chance I'm about to do that. After I'm done here. Um, yeah, it like I knew it was decent. I knew it was at least decent, but it was better than I expected on views. Like I'm like this show is easily a 9 out of 10. Like there was episode that was 7 to 9, but the the episodes I think was the 10 out of 10 was obviously the fight episode. That was obvious. The final episode, another fight episode, obvious because it was just good. It was good fight. Um, what else? A lot of people don't like episode 3, but I thought it brought so much because it's oh oh. Okay, let me pull this up. This the Night Sister. It was the Night Sister. It was one of the earlier earlier factions of the Night Sister. Like when I was like, I did at first. I'm like, I didn't think there was. I thought it was just a coven of witches, and then it turned out to be the Night Sister. I'm like, what? What? Like when it first started, I'm like, okay, okay, it's just maybe the coven of witches, and then it was like, so as he said, Night Sister, I'm like, hold up, that make a lot of sense. I knew Ahsoka they were Night Sisters, but I didn't think they were Night Sisters in Acolyte. But I'm like, hold up, because they looked so different. But I'm like, okay, yeah, it was also this is like a long time ago. So, well, as far as historical, it was well before the established stuff going on now in the timeline. So it was a long time ago as far as the Star Wars historical. When I saw this, I'm so bad with names, so I don't want to. I want to say the full names. This is Dogmo, Dogmo, and just never want to come out. I guarantee you, when I don't want to say it, I'll be able to say it clearly. But yeah, that was like it made like I'm like okay. Then when it turned out they were nice, I'm like wait, why does this make perfect sense now? Um, let's see. Okay, overall on all streaming services, Bluey and Grey's Anatomy. Yeah. And the boys come in number 3. Nice. Original program. Trying to see if any of these one. Fallout came in number 5. I watched that, finish it. Finish Futurama. These one and uh, Moana. Moana was number 1, and people were like, "Oh no, no, no! This Sonic when Sonic go to screaming, Sonic's going to be number 1. Moana 2 is going to screaming. What? Also, in like a month or so, Disney is going to put out Mufasa to screaming. Hold up. Encanto also came in 6. How did these move? Red 1? No way. Red 1 was a hit. I didn't think that was going to be the case. It, Moana beat Mario. Okay, I can see why. Even though Mario had more of the boss fight and Moana 1 didn't do as well the boss fight, Moana 2 came out, so I just shot it up. Let me see. So, let me see if I can pull up any more news articles before I go into my final part. Hmm. Oh, there's another show. No, it wasn't that one. So it was one that started. It was like Shogun, but zombies. I can't remember the name right off my head. I started that. and I watched the season. And then new season came out, but I couldn't remember the name. I want the exact number. Like, I don't want to round up or like this is still around there, but I want the exact number to put that down. Fly over the 8 episodes. Episode. Don't want to do that. I don't want to do it per episode. If I do it per episode, it's gonna be going up and down, but it's gonna be the overall the same. And I take like so. Okay, so like I was saying, the is I guess episode one was good. Two was a continuation of one. Three, yes, three and four was together. So and then was five and six. Five was interesting. Six was interesting. But out of all of them, I'll say three was like so much backstory lore. Like it just hit hard. So that's 10 out of 10. Like some of these I probably had different numbers back when they first came out. But I say three was a 10 out of 10, just looking back, because it was so much lore that you dropped. Five, and I think seven and eight. Like just seeing Saul go crazy was really interesting. Boy Game had the biggest premiere, but yeah, biggest premiere. Home Alone. Wait, what? That caught me off guard. That's Bluey. Okay, final part, I guess. Oh no, can't do it that way. So, final part, which now I have to finish watching Echo, is let's go to YouTube and see what's come up. At the like. What do you know? First few things come up is the haters. Star Wars Acolyte crowned a big flop, even though you just seen. I put the number up. This is the average views per episode stuff. This is the average. Now, mind you, I can do it like take this, then put it by how many ever episode, and you can see, you know, where it went up and down and stuff. It that's the fluctuation where okay, it went up and down by this amount, but this is the total number of views. So people are saying Aside Crime's the biggest flop. It wasn't. He was going wise a success. some of these doesn't show up for me. Like hater. Yeah, this doesn't make sense now. Hater. You know, it's just always the same people who hating. You ever notice it's always the same people? Another hater. It's always the same people. Weird how that it's always the same people. Oh, didn't see this before. Hater. Like they was like, it's so bad. The Acolyte failed. Deal with it. I'm like, uh, second most watched show on Disney Plus. Like it might get renewed. As Acolyte beat Marvel, Marvel Studio on Disney Plus. Like the shows. Oh yeah, another one you could tell is hater. Like it's like all the people who sticking like, oh no, we like the old shows and stuff, and we like the Skeleton Crew, all this stuff that did poorly. Andor didn't even make the list. Oh, I say they hate it on that show because the the bigger reason people kept saying it flopped was it cost too much. But then when you look at shows and other stuff around the time, it didn't. Not a hater. Again, you can't say it had an 8 million viewers and say it's a flop. You can't. No. In the next 6 months, Disney could say, well, we renewed the Afterlife, and all the haters gonna be outrageous and cry. Or they're gonna do what they did with Shira and the Princesses of Power. They're gonna just act like they never say any of that stuff. The other one I saw that is hating. They're gonna act like they never say any of that stuff, and in many cases, again, not a hater. Turned out the Acolyte had more views. Ring of Power did well as well. But it was a oh, what's Ring of Power on Disney Plus? I have to look at it again. Also, this just came out a few days ago. So I think that's the last one. I think I saw one more. So like this dude was just fire. Literally and figuratively. Like they would literally burn stuff up. Hater. Another person was going over this and why they were wrong. Like, like there's the show gets so much hate and ended up being 9 out of 10. You can hate it all you want, but if so many fans, so many people watch, you can say even hate watch it. I don't hate watch stuff. I can't. Because if I'm not into it, I'm not gonna watch it. I just stop. I don't. I don't see the point of hate watching. He's going. They're gonna be mad when the show get renewed. I don't want that was hating. Uh, it's just it was so I watched a bunch of these videos. I can tell who. See, you can see this. It's the same group of people. I don't even know this cinema thing, but I started watching cinema things a while back. Like, oh, it's all the same thing. It's like all the same thing. Okay, can you come up with something new? No, and I'm out. And I'm out. And that was it. I have to switch this over. I can't hear. Hey, what should I sign in so I can download? But this is why this is the problem. People will hate on something and cry and be upset about it. And when it come out, now the show did well. Again, I'm always gonna go. I'm always gonna go back to this. Let's look it up. This show got a lot of hate. This show got a lot of hate, and it was like one of the best adaptation I ever seen, and wasn't even close. Like they start out hating the show, and then when season 2 and 3 was announced, season 2 was announced, they kept hating. Then season 3 was done, and then 4. After that, it was like, yeah, we just not gonna say it. We just not gonna. It was a hit, and then like, look. So in reality, when you hear haters say stuff, just give it time. When they get proven wrong, they're gonna keep hating. But you realize they were full of shit. Anyway, later.